Right, morning.
Morning.
Right, I was just speaking with a pupil at the the partly trained stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're filling in from a regular instructor, Fred, who can't make it today.
Yes.
But he has got a car very similar to yours, so I am reasonably familiar with the controls, yeah?
Yeah.
He said today we were going to look at my use of mirrors. He said they've been a bit all over the place recently, yeah?
Right.
And he was going to teach me how to do this emergency stop, which I'm really nervous about.
Righto. Yeah.
And for this phase, you can call me Tony, yeah? Right. So you okay with the word picture?
Partly trained.
Yep.
Emergency stop. And just check on your mirrors. See, you just give you a bit of hand.
Yeah.
If there's any problems with the
Yep.
mirrors. Oh, yeah. That's fine. Yeah. So,
Yep.
hello, Tony. Very good to meet you. My name's Andy.
Hello, Andy. How are you, right?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. And so, unfortunately, your usual instructor can't make it today.
No.
But I spoke to him last night, and he asked if we could do this emergency stop thing, and also just have a look at your mirrors, see if there's any problems in there. So I'm just going to ask you a couple of a question just before we set off. If you were turning right, which mirrors would you check?
Middle and right, Tony.
Yeah, that's the right mirror. And the right mirrors. And why would you check that middle mirror?
He always says inside out.
Inside out, that sounds good. Okay then, Tony. So what we're going to do is we're going to drive to a suitable training area, and we'll have a go at this emergency stop, and I'll run through a short briefing with you, and then we'll have a go. Would you like to set yourself up as normal?
Yeah, and please remember it is 2 phases, yeah?
Right.
Yep.
Great stuff. Okay, Tony, can you tell me what you can see in that centre mirror,
I
please?
can square the whole back window.
Yep.
See a bit of my head restraint, a bit of my left ear.
Yes.
I can see a tiny bit of your head restraint.
That sounds good. And your right door mirror, please.
I can see the 2 door handles.
Yep.
I can see the road,
Yes.
horizon, and the top of the building.
Great stuff. And your left door mirror.
The 2 door handles, the
Yep.
bin, and just about to see the top of them buildings.
That sounds great. Great stuff. So when you're ready, we'll...
That's better.
I just noticed you've adjusted your seat
Yeah, I
there,
wasn't
Tony.
very comfortable, yeah.
So now you've adjusted your seat. Is there anything we're going to have to adjust now the seat's adjusted? Do I have to readjust now?
My seatbelt. It's okay.
Our mirrors. What mirrors might need adjusting? Do you think now?
Yeah, I can see
So
them.
put we sit back and all. That's good. Well done. So why is that important that we
Oh, they'll
readjust,
look
adjust?
They'll
Yeah.
look different now, maybe, so.
And what are the dangers if you have to lean? Would you have? If you have
Oh,
to
it
lean to
affects your
check the mirror?
steering, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see exactly what I told you to
Great stuff.
I could do a few seconds ago.
That's
yeah?
not Tony. Okay, ready, Tony. So when we're ready, we'll drive on.
Left at the end, and then right. So left and then right.
Left at the end, and then right, Tony, please. It's a good shoulder check as we moved off, Tony. Which mirror should we check when we're turning left, Tony?
Yeah, this one and the middle.
So we've got nothing behind us. We'll just hold here for just a second, Tony. So when we're turning left, it's the middle and then the left mirror. Do you know why it's important we check that left door mirror, Tony?
Oh, that's in case the car's overtaking you.
Anything else? So cyclists?
Oh, right, yeah,
Cyclists.
cyclists. Yeah,
And
yeah.
if you saw a cyclist there, what would you do? If you saw a cyclist coming up and you hadn't,
I wouldn't turn.
you wouldn't make the turn. That's great stuff, Tony. Okay, so you want to prepare the car, and we'll drive on.
And turning right.
And turn right, please, Tony. So, which mirrors would we check? So it's the right door mirror. Just check that right door mirror, Tony. Why is it important we check? Which mirror should we check when we're turning right, Tony?
The left and the right one.
So it's the middle and the right one, Tony. Middle and right. Check that right one, Tony. Is there anywhere we check when we're in the new road? So,
Oh, that's the middle and the right.
great stuff, Tony. And why is it important we check those mirrors when we're in the new road?
In case somebody follow me.
Yeah, that's right. And what would you do if there was somebody, you checked that mirror and there was somebody close behind you?
What mirror?
The centre middle mirror. When you were in the new road,
Yeah.
and you saw,
Straight onto the end, turn left to the church.
and straight onto them, please, Tony, and straight on to straight left at the church.
Yeah, sorry, what was the question?
So, which mirrors we check when we turn left here, Tony?
Middle and left.
So check the middle mirror, Tony. Check it, Tony. And then left door mirror,
Oh,
Tony.
sorry.
That's it. And so, just remind me again why we're checking that middle mirror first. Why we check that one first? Why is that important?
It's the biggest one, isn't it?
It's because it gives us the true picture behind us, and so it gives us the correct distance to speed. And so if you saw a vehicle close behind you, you might put your indicators on earlier and start braking a little bit earlier.
Oh,
And do you know why we check that left door mirror?
right. And turning right.
And turning right, please, Tony. So which mirror do we check?
Right.
Great stuff, Tony.
Stop here, isn't it?
That's it. Why have we got to stop? Why have we got to stop? Yeah, great. Sorry. So that's good. I think you checked the mirrors in the new road there, Tony.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, we did actually. Why is it important we check the middle and right when we're in the new road?
In case somebody's following me.
And why are we checking that right door mirror once we're in the new road? Why is that important?
Is that something to do if they're overtaking me?
Yeah, that's right. And if they're overtaking you, if they were going to overtake you, what would you do?
I'd go faster to stop and break the speed limit.
So what we should do is sorry, which mirror should we check when we go?
Sorry?
Sorry, my fault there, Tony. I should have mentioned the mirrors as we go around the parked vehicles. Yeah, so what we do is if somebody's overtaking you, what you do is you let them go, because what's the dangers if we don't let them go? If we speed up, what could be the dangers?
Well, it's supposed to be stuck alongside me, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And turning right.
And turn right, please, Tony. That's good mirrors, Tony.
I don't need to check again, do I?
Yeah, just before we make the turn,
That one, isn't it?
it's just a glance in that door
Oh,
mirror.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, why is that?
So what it is, so if a vehicle, there might be a vehicle, because we've had to pause, a vehicle might try and overtake us, or a motorbike. So we always have a little quick glance in that mirror just before we make the turn.
And turning left.
And turn left, please, Tony. And just when we're in the new road, where do we check when we're in the new road?
Middle and right.
That's very good, yeah.
And turning left.
And turn left, please, Tony. It's good mirrors. Nice mirrors you checked. Why did you... which mirror should we check when we go around park cars?
Oh, I don't bother. I use my position.
Why is it? So it's important we check that the middle and the right
Left.
door and turn left, please, Tony. The reason,
Sorry, what are you saying?
the reason it's important we check the middle and the right door mirror when we're pulling out is to see, first of all, see what the distance is of the vehicle behind you,
Oh,
and
right.
also somebody could be trying to overtake you as you move out.
Oh, right.
So they might be zooming past you. So we'd give way to them. And the reason we check the middle and left to pull in is because there could be a cyclist just come off the pavement on our left, or a vehicle could just starting to move off as we pull back in
Oh,
again.
right.
Yeah.
And we're going to stop on the left here.
And we're going to stop on the left, please, Tony.
There wasn't a danger of a cyclist coming down the inside of me there, was there?
Yeah, I should have asked you which mirrors you're going to check there, Tony. I didn't.
Right, this would be a suitable area to get in the emergency stop, yeah?
Right, so, okay, Tony, so we're going to be doing this emergency stop, and we'll just get this out, and emergency stop is exactly right. So, so first of all, Tony, if you saw, what does this sign mean?
Yeah, school,
School. So what might you expect around that area?
children,
Children. And these signs, what do they both mean?
go out on the road, slippery
Yeah.
road.
So, if you saw those signs, what would you do? What action would you take? What's the first thing you'd do?
I'd probably slow down a bit.
Slow down a bit, great stuff. So, by taking that action, you're reducing the need to do emergency stops on a regular basis. But there may come a time when you do have to do, no matter how careful you are, you do have to do an emergency stop. Now, this is just to show that, you know, where there are children about, the distance you can travel if you do it, if you reduce it from 30 to 20, you half your stopping distance. So that's why it's important to reduce that speed.
As much as that.
Yeah, that's right. It's quite amazing, really, just that 10 miles an hour. And this is, as I say, occasion, no matter how careful you are, somebody might pull out in front of you, or a child, particularly, you know. When you do this emergency stop, there is a chance that sometimes when you're braking harshly that the vehicle could go into a skid. And as you can see in this picture here, the rear of the vehicle is skidding to the left. So to correct that, we would turn the steering wheel to the left. Not too much, just slightly, because we don't want to go into a skid in the other direction. Now, the other thing I'm going to mention when we're doing this about...
It's the same, it was skids
and,
to the right.
and if you were skidding, if the vehicle was skidding to the right, then we steer to the right.
Oh, steer
Again,
to the
not
right.
too much.
Oh, right.
We steer into the skids.
Yeah.
And now, I just want to mention about the have you heard of anti-lock brakes? Do you know anything about those?
Yeah, my wife talks about them.
Do you know much about them? Anything? I just like, and it's called. Do you
Yeah, I've read how
ABS.
it worked. Yeah.
Yeah, you know all about them and everything.
Well, I know something about them. But, I know
Sorry. So this,
they work on each wheel.
yes. So this car has got anti-lock brakes, which is, it just works by basically releasing and reapplying the brakes very fast, has sensors, and it's basically to, when you have to stop suddenly, it prevents helps to stop the vehicle skidding, but also helps you to keep some steering, so you can still do some steering when you have to brake harshly. So that it could be helpful if you stop for a child and you still needed to do a bit of steering. So basically, the routine we're going to follow. So when we do an emergency stop, this is the one time when we don't check those mirrors, because it delays our response, wastes time to getting on the brake. So we won't check the mirrors, and then what we want is quick reactions. So we're going to swivel that right foot from the gas pedal onto the brake pedal and push it down firmly. Then we keep firm hold of the steering wheel when we perform the stop, and then just before the vehicle stops, although it's not more important that you stop quickly, you put the clutch down. Now when we do this manoeuvre, because it is quite a nervous thing to do, a bit stressful, we'll, as soon as we've stopped, keep our feet still, put the handbrake on, select neutral, you can take a breather, and then what we'll do next is we'll then prepare the car. So we'll prepare the car, then we'll do our observations, and we'll go into those in more detail when we actually do the actual stop itself. So that's basically it. Now, few things I just got to mention is what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the signal I'm going to give you to perform the emergency stop. So first of all, what you're going to see, this is the signal I would give. I'm going to put up my right hand like this, hand up just in front of us, and I'll say the word stop, just slightly loudly, stop. As soon as I say that word, we want to stop the vehicle as soon as possible, so we're going to imagine a child has run out in front of us. So what we do is I like to just have a practice while we're sitting here, just a sort of dry run. So what I'd like you to do, Tony, is just put your hands on the steering wheel as if you're driving along, and then foot on the gas as if you're not pressing. You don't have to press it if you don't like. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have a dry run, and I want you to swivel that foot as quickly as possible from the brake pedal, from the gas pedal, onto the brake, and push it down firmly and progressively. So we'll have a practice, and we'll pretend we're driving along. So I'm going to do this. So I'm going to go, right, stop. So you swivel that foot as fast as, move that foot from the gas pedal.
I'm a little bit worried about stopping
Right.
without you checking.
Oh, right, yeah. So what I'm going to do, Tony, when we're actually doing this on the move, what I'm going to do, I'm going to check the mirrors, and then I'm going to look over my right shoulder like this. So I'll do this while we're stationary. I'll look over my right shoulder, and then I'm going to, if it's safe, I'm going to put my hand up and say the word stop. Now, it's important that when I look over my right shoulder, that final check, don't react to that, just ignore that, and wait for the signal of me putting my hand up and the word stop, because it might not be safe. So, okay, we'll have a quick practice, a practice while we're here. So we're driving along, I'm looking at my right shoulder, it's going to be, I check it, say, and then stop. So that wasn't bad that you put the clutch down after you press the brake, but what we need to do is swivel that right foot from the brake, from the gas to the brake pedal. So if you keep your heel on the floor and swivel that top of the upper half of your foot over to the brake, that's it, exactly like that. So what we'll do is, and then press down firmly, press. So we'll do it we'll try this again. So I'm looking over my right shoulder. Stop. Better, much better, Tony. So it's just like that, and it's good. You then put the clutch down. If you do forget to press the clutch down to prevent stalling, that's not so much of a problem. More important that we get that vehicle stopped.
Where's the switch for turning the anti-lock brake system to come on?
Right. So that's
this one.
Basically, what happens is this has already got anti-lock brakes. You don't have to switch them on. What happens? Yeah. So what happens, Tony? When you press that brake, you will feel it pulsating underneath your foot, which is when you brake harshly.
I'll always feel that, will I?
If you're braking an emergency stop, you'll feel that vibration in the brake pedal, and that is the anti-lock brakes system kicking in.
Oh, they always kick in, do they?
Only if to avoid if it senses if it senses that the wheels are about to lock.
Oh, right.
So when you press that brake,
My wife hasn't got that in her car.
no, yes. So some older cars still don't have anti-lock brakes. So what you have to do, that's something to bear in mind if you buy an old car and it hasn't got it, and you can check that by looking in the manual, or you just turn the ignition on and you'll see a warning light that has ABS. And in that situation, you have to do it manually. So what you do is, when you brake harshly, you feel the wheels, sense are going to, you manually release and press it. It's called cadence braking, to give you a technical term.
Yep. Okay, we get some brothers.
Righto. Okay, Tony.
I want to try and get as many of these in as you
Righto.
can, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, Tony. Just tell me one more time. Just remind me, what's the sign I'm going to give to tell you to stop? Just remind me the
Look
signal.
over your shoulder and put your hand up and say stop.
The only thing I want you to look out for, though, is the hand up and
Yeah.
stop. Great stuff, Tony.
Drive on.
Yes, right, Tony. So which mirror, where are we going to look? Where are we going to check, Tony?
Mirror.
Anywhere else, Tony?
Oh, on the blind spot.
Very good, Tony.
And turning left.
And we're turning left, please, Tony. Stop.
Sorry? I didn't
Stop.
hear you, sorry.
Stop. Oh.
And we're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left, please, Tony. Which mirrors do we check?
Just get me to pull over on the left.
Yeah, I'd like to pull over the left, please, Tony. Good mirror, yeah.
Just try and bear in mind you've got to duty your car, yeah?
Yeah, I suddenly
duty-
thought that.
Yeah. If the car did go into a skid, I wouldn't really want to be going into the path of the oncoming vehicle. yeah?
No, I sort of hesitated because of that, and that's why I sort of half did
You've done
it.
the right thing hesitating, yeah?
Thanks.
Yeah, you shouldn't have carried it out there.
Right.
Yeah, no vehicles coming towards us, no vehicles behind me, no pedestrians very close, yeah?
Yes. Right.
Okay,
Yes.
drive on.
Yes, drive on, please, Tony. So where are we going to check before we... Very good, Tony.
And turning left.
And we'll turn left, please, Tony. Stop. Okay, Tony. So if you just relax your feet, well done. And you've, sorry, yeah, restored. That's not your fault. Don't say anything. So what we've got a vehicle behind us. So what I'll do is we'll prepare the car first. Around that, a bit of a shock to the system. And prepare the car. And then we're going to do our observations, because imagine this could be parents running out. So we start over our left shoulder, and then there's an arc all the way around over your right shoulder, and then when you're ready, we'll move on. And I'd just like you to pull over on the left, please. And which mirror is you going to check to pull over?
Oh, middle and left, sorry.
Middle and left. And I wasn't watching you carefully enough, so I don't know. I think you checked your mirror, but I'm not 100%.
Well, think about it. What happened to the car after I stopped?
It stalled. Your feet came off and it jumped forward.
Yeah, so what was the fault then?
So the fault, right, so the fault was, the fault was relaxing your feet after we made the stop. Okay, Tony, so it was good. You didn't check your mirrors on that, and the stop was fairly quick. But what happened just after the vehicle stopped?
I relaxed.
Yeah, and what was the effect of that?
I took my feet off the pedals.
And what happened when you did that?
The car moved forward a bit,
Yeah.
didn't it?
So
Only a bit though.
yeah, so although that's only a bit, Tony, what you imagine if a child run out and they might be frozen on the spot in terror, staring at us.
Yeah.
If you relax those feet, the car jumps forward just
Yeah.
even a little bit, you could hit them.
Oh, right.
So what we'll do is we'll have another go at that. Other than that, it's not too bad.
So ask me that question.
Oh yeah. So what are you going to do with your feet after the vehicle stopped?
I'm going to keep them still.
Good. And why is that important?
I don't want to shoot forward and kill the child.
Excellent. Well done, Tony.
Have I
So
won?
yeah, when you're ready, Tony. So
Check all that.
very good, Tony. Nice one. Can I ask you a question quickly out of roll?
Yeah.
Do I hand that responsibility, or is this something just that's ongoing?
It's ongoing. Right. And turning left.
And we're turning,
Actually, turn right.
and we're turn right, please, Tony. Stop! Well done, that's it. Take a breath, sorry, and well done, you've kept your feet still. And, okay, Tony, so I want you to prepare the car. Keep your feet still and
We'll check all around.
prepare the car first.
I'll prepare it.
That's it. That's it.
Now check.
That's it, all around us. We're looking out for mother or
Yeah.
relatives. And we'll pull over on the left. So which mirrors are you going to check when we pull over? Excellent, Tony.
That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was...
Quick as I've ever stopped.
The actual part where you braked was very good. You really stopped fast, but there was a delay before you got to the
Get
actually
away.
use the brake. Yeah.
Get away.
So what you did is you checked your mirror. You just checked out.
I'm
your
just so
steering.
used to checking them.
Yeah, no, that's a very good. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
hard habit to break, but this is the one time we don't want to check that mirror
It's
because
a hard habit to get into.
it's hard to get into, and it's hard, to get
Yeah.
out of it again. Yeah. So the important thing is to not check that mirror, and the reason
It only
why.
took a split second, didn't it?
Well, you see, that second, this car could move about probably maybe three car lengths.
Really?
Quite a distance.
Oh,
So
well.
it can make all that difference. So what we do is we mustn't check that mirror. The one time we don't, hard habit to brake, but if you try not to check that mirror at all, the main thing is stopping, because we've got to imagine that little child has run out in front of us.
Yeah.
So, would you like to try that one again?
Yeah.
And what aren't you going to do this time?
Not check the mirror.
And why is that important?
Because I might travel
Yeah.
further and hit the child.
Great, that's excellent. So, okay, Tony. So when you're ready, we'll drive on.
Right
Good,
to the entrance.
good checks as we moved out there. Nice one. And right at the empties, Tony.
Yeah, I think I've got them checks in.
Yeah. So excellent.
Next on the right.
And the next one, please, Tony. Good mirrors.
Yeah, I think I've got the mirrors in there.
Right, Tim. Good stuff. Stop. Ooh. Well done, Tony. Okay, Tony. So just have a breather. That's it. And you feel just relax yourself. And what I like to do is we'll prepare the car when you're ready. And then what's the next one we're going to do? Excellent. Well done, Tony. And we'll just pull up on the left. Excellent mirrors.
Can't get better than that, can you?
Again, your foot was quick on the brake.
Yeah, very.
Didn't check your mirrors.
No.
But what we did do is you put that clutch down. You put the clutch down a bit too early. Do you know why? What happens when we put that clutch down? What happens when we put that clutch down?
The engine doesn't stop.
We do, but we lose engine braking if you put the clutch down. So although it's good not, it's usually important. When we're doing this stop, the most important thing is we stop the vehicle. So what happens when we lose that engine braking? What happens?
Does the car carry on a bit further or something?
Yeah, that's it. So what we do is we want to put that clutch down. Very last thing we do, just before we stop.
You mean just like I did when I pulled in here?
Yeah. So Yeah, so when we pulled in here, Tony, how did you stop the vehicle?
I braked and then clutched down just before I stopped.
So when we do this emergency stop, it's exactly the same
Oh,
way,
right.
except it's just that firmer on the brake.
Oh,
It's the same,
I like
same
things
thing.
when they're the same.
Yeah,
It's easy to remember, isn't it?
yeah, that's a good point there. So
Try another one.
we'll try another one, Tony, and when are you going to put the clutch down? Oh,
The same as I did there, just for a stop.
great stuff.
Turning right.
And turning right, please, Tony.
Those mirrors are good now, aren't they?
Yeah, that's very good. Would you like me to hand that responsibility over for checking the mirrors?
Got that now, haven't
Great
you?
stuff. Lovely. Stop! Okay, Tony, relax yourself. And sorry, you didn't see it. And we're prepared to go. Good checks. That's good, very important. And we'll just pull up on the left, Tony. That's good mirror checks as you're pulling in now, Tony. Would you like me to hand that responsibility
Yeah,
over to you?
yeah,
Doing that
got
very
that already,
well.
haven't I?
Doing that very well. Okay, Tony. So that was getting better. You didn't check your mirrors.
No.
You got to the brake quickly, and you didn't stall the car.
No.
But
I'm doing well, am I?
You're doing well.
Yeah.
Each part's getting better.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we needed to press that brake down. We didn't press it down firmly enough, firmly and progressively. We were a bit too. We didn't press it firmly. So what I mean is, Tony, is if you imagine that brake pedal is like a wet sponge, and you just want to squeeze all that water out, so you push it down, 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 in increments, but faster.
Oh.
So imagine squeezing all the water out, and why is it? It's important we do that because obviously we don't slow quick enough, so we want to feel that. So when you're ready, Tony, we'll drive on. And what are you going to do with that brake pedal? Well, how are you going to press that brake? I should say.
Squeeze it like a wet sponge.
Yes.
And turning right.
And we're turning right, please.
Firmly
Tony.
and progressively.
That's it. Very good. There's the area.
I wanted to get through there, didn't I?
Yeah. A lot of people around, cars. Stop! Very good, Tony. So just a breather, and then you can prepare the car, and then we'll all around us. Well done, Tony. And when you can, we'll pull
Turn
up,
right.
and we'll turn right, please, Tony, and then we'll find a place to stop on the left. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you didn't swivel your foot. Seemed good though, but I'm not 100%. I'm going to take a chance. I think you lifted your whole foot off and put it on the brake.
Yeah, I always do that.
I mean, bad.
But I pressed it really hard, didn't I?
You did press it very hard. So that was good that you pressed the brake firmly.
So why am I making a big fuss about me lifting my foot?
Yeah, so because you lifted your whole foot up,
Yeah.
that delayed the time getting onto the brake pedal.
It's not pleasing you, is it?
And so it's important. What we do is we must swivel that foot, because that's faster than if we bring the whole foot
Yeah.
up and onto the brake, you see.
Can we try one morning?
So we'll try one more, Tony. Swiveling that foot from the heel. over to the brake pedal. And
You drive on?
And sorry, when you're ready, we'll drive on. So, how are you going to move that foot from the gas to the brake?
Swivel.
Excellent. Stop! That's it. Just relax. And then you can prepare the car when you're ready, Tony. Good observations. And when you can, find somewhere to pull up on the left.
I can't do any better than that.
Right, Tony.
If you don't like it, you can stick with it.
Right, Tony.
If you don't like it, you can stick with it. Sun don't shine.
I thought it was excellent. So did you check the mirror before you stopped?
No.
Did you move your foot quickly from the? Did you swivel your foot onto the brake?
Like lightning.
Like lightning it was. And did you press like a wet sponge? Did you just press that brake
I
quickly?
squeeze every drop of water out.
And did you stall the car?
No.
So I say that's a 10 out of 10. Excellent. Perfection.
Okay. Yeah, how do I feel?
Yeah, you know, it's just a shock, isn't it? Yeah, I can't remember it to look. Although you can feel it. Is it a good idea to look? I know, could I do it without looking and base it on what I feel, or I'm not sure.
Look where?
Well, you know, when I'm looking at your feet, it's such a thing. It's, I suppose I did all right.
Eyes, hands and feet, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of points there you need to keep an eye on, yeah? One, the mirrors need to be watched a little bit better. Never got a mention about moving in and around parked cars and slowing down, yeah?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, remember it's two subjects,
Yes.
and I made that clear to you before we left, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, the other thing was that I have a feeling you were going to carry out the emergency stop without any check over your shoulder, yeah?
When was that? Just...
Well, at the end of the brief. You said the only...
Yeah, I was going to mention it after it. I was going to finish off with saying that. I thought I'd get it sort of at the end so that it was in your mind.
It didn't sound like it. You said
Oh.
to me the signal I'm going to give you is
No.
put my hand up and say stop, yeah?
I was going to mention it. I was, but
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
but I'll say it then. Sorry.
Not only does it need to be mentioned, it needs to be done, yeah?
Yeah.
Because don't forget, the responsibility is on you to make sure it's safe, yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
Where normally the responsibility is on the driver, isn't it?
Yes. I didn't know whether I should. I suppose I should do it on the dry run. I was
Yeah,
going to do it.
yeah.
Fair
Do it in
enough.
the dry run.
Right. Gives you a better idea of what's happening.
If you do it in the dry run,
Yeah.
I know not to react to it, don't I?
Yes. Yes. I see. Sorry. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yes.
Any questions?
No, I was a bit doubtful, and I sort of whether you said it. Well, you sort of gave me a hint. It was about lifting your foot. As I say, it wasn't too bad. I thought.
Yeah, be positive with yourself. I think you knew that. I
Yeah.
had swivel there. I had stopped quick.
Yes.
I had braked firmly and progressively.
Yes.
But by the time you got to that PS stop, you didn't actually feel the car stopping, yeah?
No.
So therefore, if you don't feel the brakes come on, then
Yes.
there's a delay there for some reason.
Yes. Yes.
Any questions?
No, I can't think of anything else.
Right. Have a relax for a minute.
Thanks
I'll
very
set
much.
those cameras apart.
Thank you.